A lot of people don't know this about me. Like, I never got a surgery, so my bullet is still in my body. In 1 hour, every 5 minutes, I have this insane, excruciating pain. Figured this out. I was like, you know what? Let's go to the gym. I was in excruciating pain, Ricky, from like just lifting 5 pounds up, 14 to like 15 years, just grinding out of a food truck, broke like a joke. Checking his account up and down, brother. Like, tracking the sales, our truck and our menu. And basically, chicken was always winning first, and then beef came in second, and then third was the butter chicken poutine. Everybody was serving chicken sandwiches or fried chicken. But lo and behold, we came in first place, and we had the biggest lineup, which was crazy. Never judge a book by its cover. I had to work 10 times harder than the average person like yourself.
Chef, thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me. Finally.
Yes, sir.
Overdue, brother. Overdue.
Yes. I wanted to start a podcast, and I wanted to start it off with a bang, and I wanted to have a great guest, and I think there's nobody better than you as my first guest.
Yeah. I love it. I love this. This is really comfortable. I really like this.
Thank you.
Nice little setup here.
Thank you, sir. Chef, I want to just dive right into it. I know that, there's been, you've been an incredible person. You've started and founded THG's Hot Chicken. Everybody wants to know your journey, how it all started. Where did it begin from? What was your motivation? Let the audience know what this lifestyle is all about.
Honestly, this chef lifestyle is all about how much you put into it, because it is actually, what you put in is what you get out. And if you don't look at it like that, you'll get more out. So I look at it like it's not work. I look at it like when I wake up in the morning, I can't wait to go into my fridge and walk into my walk-in cooler and look at the old stuff and the new stuff and receive flour and stuff like that. That's like the fun part of my job, and help running this company with you. And these are the things that I just like to do, and it's a self-motivation thing when I see like 2 skits of flour. So
there's a lot of people that are going to be watching this show, and you're a role model to many people because unfortunately you've gone through some things in life, and you've gone through your own challenges, and there's a lot of people that look up to you. What's that one piece of advice that you would give to somebody who's an aspiring chef, or somebody who wants to open up a business? Clearly, you haven't given up. And for the people that give up easily, what advice would you give to them?
I'll be honest. Everyone's gonna say don't give up, but that's exactly what I'm gonna say, because it's like, it took so long for me to be able to be comfortable in owning my own space in my restaurant, and that's not an easy decision to make, right? And you got to understand, like, I had like a good 14 to like 15 years just grinding out of a food truck, broke like a joke, checking his account up and down, brother. Like, I literally had to be at like the bottom, and I still didn't stop. And I could have been in bed with anybody, but I didn't want to, because
now that you've mentioned the food truck, when did you start? How did you even think about getting a food truck? What got you moving to the point you are now?
Well, basically, like, long story short, so I have a culinary background. I graduated from the Cordon Bleu. The school doesn't make you a good chef. It's all about the person and, the knowledge that they receive. So I was fortunate to have, worked under some amazing chefs, Anthony Walsh. I used to work at Canoe. I got to work with Claudio Aprile. I got to work with Suserly. I got to work with Didier. The list goes on, you know what I mean? And those guys are like my culinary fathers, you can say, right? And I got to work with these individuals, and it was like a high-end environment, fast pace. They were like Michelin star restaurants, all of them. And I unfortunately one day was finished work, and when I was going out of work, I had I saw two people just running after each other, and I heard a loud bang, and it was a gunshot, and basically it was a ricocheted bullet. And the first thing that I did was when I heard that loud bang, I was like this,
Yeah.
right? And there was a ricocheted bullet, and because I went like this, it hit my tricep, and it went through my tricep, and because I had my arm like this, it went in the side of my ribs. It didn't hit any internal organs. That they say that was like a blessed bullet, and it hit my L1 spine, and the shattered bone fragments, which landed on my spinal cord, is what paralyzed me from my waist down. So that's how the thought of a food truck started in my mind, because like I didn't know what to do, and I only know how to do one thing, and that's like cook my ass off, and that's it. I didn't graduate from high school. I had one credit left. I'm not proud to say that. I actually want to go back and get it. But with that being said, like, I knew what I wanted in life, and I was always hungry. And when you have like this fire burning in your gut and in your soul for things that you yearn in your life, whether it's a job or a business, sometimes that doesn't go away with certain people. And for me, that burning sensation to have my own food truck and to have the Holy Grail and THG's Hot Chicken was always there. It just took a lot of time to get out, and then sometimes it takes a lot of time.
So I have a question for
Yeah.
you. When that incident happened, obviously, you went through a big life-changing moment, and most people would probably, give up, or they wouldn't have the motivation to move forward. And, for what you've accomplished and achieved, clearly you didn't give up. And, what kept you going? Why didn't you give up?
Honestly, like I looked at my peers, my culinary peers, and I looked at other and how it was at myself, how it was when I was working in the kitchen. And for some odd reason, like I was still able to still cook and move around and do things and wash dishes in my wheelchair. It was just a little different. Obviously, this wheelchair made my life so much slower, right? And I'm thinking in my head, how the hell am I going to, work online again, right? I'm going to be in everyone's way. So really, like, the passion, the drive for cooking was always in me, and the reason why it never went away is because I wanted something. I wanted to prove not just to myself, but to my mom and my dad, my family, that you know what I mean. Like I can still go further in my situation because I could feel it. Other people didn't see it. Only God knows, right? So at the end of the day, you know, I just never was tired. Even though like I didn't feel good, I didn't look good, out of shape, not in the gym, this, that, couldn't ride my motorcycles, all of that. I just still wanted I still wanted this,
Yeah.
you know?
You
And
know, when I first met you, I was actually, I saw you in your state and your condition, and it broke my heart to see you in the situation that you were in. And I was talking to myself, and I was saying that, with the grace of God, you're in motion, you're doing things that, others can do, and you didn't lose your touch, and, you didn't lose your motivation. I've honestly, since that day, like, you're one of those guys that I look up to, and I tell myself that nothing is hard, nothing is impossible. We can go through all kinds of shit in our life, and honestly, like you're a legacy, and I'm honored to have you as my business partner. And the passion, the drive, how annoying you are every morning,
Yeah.
the calls you make, the demands you have, all the
Yeah, I
bullshit
be
that comes
calling him. I
along
be
with
calling him
it.
around 6 o'clock in the morning, guys. I'm up at my day starts at 5:30. Just to FYI.
And our sleepless nights and the hard work that everybody's put in the background to see how far we've come as a group, as an organization, and obviously with your leadership, it's incredible. We're at location number 4 now. We have 2 more in the pipeline and many more to come. How does that make you feel now? Like, what feeling do you get?
Bro, that's like an amazing feeling. Like I'm so excited. And me, I think you guys know, like, I always enjoy every moment in the whole history of THGs and the Holy Grail food truck, no matter what it is, the small little moments that we get, if whether it's, a sale of $1,000 for one day, or it's 6,000, or it's even 6 restaurants. At the end of the day, it just makes me happy. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna stop and be like, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I'm still gonna keep working hard, because guess what? There's always room for improvement, especially in the restaurant industry. So yes, I do stop and smell the roses from time to time, but in the background, I always want to just kind of make sure things are going good. But I'm so excited still. Like, I'm very excited, grace of God, and I love everything about it. And honestly, bro, like, I'm so happy that I made this decision with my best friends, and rather than doing this any other route. And it's just so happy. It's just so funny the way, like, everything just turned into what it did. Like,
Yeah,
it's just, if you really think about it, it's just like, when I met you, and I was just like, you were just like, yo, I really want to do something. And it was different. And it was like, just the way we met, everything. Like, I feel like the energy that was in me just traveled to you, and then it went to Samim, and it went to Ali, and we all now, I think this, what, maybe our 4th year, 5th year in business, maybe. I can't
started in 2022.
Yeah,
But you started in 2012.
no, but for me, it makes me feel like it's even longer, because we've just been, having such a great time, building this business. Like, I finally, like, once you saw, like, the drive and the passion that you're talking to me about right now, once you saw that in me, you felt it too, bro, and it changed your life. And I'm so happy that it did, because the thing is, not only did it change yours, it changed it all of our brothers. And that's what, like, I think that's the reason why, like, we always, whatever, whatever we do, we don't look at it as if, like, it's something small or something big. We're just really happy that we got it done, and that's it. That's the bottom line here.
Yeah, no, for sure, for real. And one other thing that I've noticed about you is that you're a pretty incredible person with your employees. And, a lot of business owners and people don't understand that, having a happy crew and happy people around you and everybody blessing you. And, whenever they're in their deepest, darkest moment, you're always there to help them out. And you're always there to support them. I know, sometimes you got to pull out the ruler and let them know what time it is. But overall, you've done a remarkable job. And you being in the position you're in and dealing with the amount of employees that we all deal with, what's that one thing that really pisses you off about, people or habits or things you don't like in the kitchen?
Oh, yo, honestly, when it comes to the kitchen, especially our kitchen, THG's kitchen, we got, like, very strict rules. Like, first of all, how
Nobody fucks around in this kitchen.
Yes, but you know how it is. We THG's kitchens are very, like, clean, and we got to make sure that things are turned over. So, like, what pisses me off the most is when someone uses a rag and wipes their hand and leaves the rag there.
That
Just
drives
on the
you nuts.
just on the cutting board, okay?
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, why are you doing that? Just keep your one in the kitchen. When you're in the kitchen, you always get 3 rags, okay? And it's up to you. You keep 1 dirty and 2 clean, or you keep 2 dirty and 1 clean. So somehow I end up getting into the kitchen and these guys got 6 rags, and it's like all like 5 are dirty and 1's clean. So that's my biggest pet peeve, are the rags.
And people probably wonder, or are curious to know, like, why fried chicken? Why wasn't it like a breakfast joint or a steakhouse or something else? What led you into this segment of the market, fried chicken?
Well, basically, when I was obtaining my food truck, when I got my food truck, I didn't know what to put on the menu. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to put a fried chicken sandwich on. I'm going to put the holy burger on. I'm going to put Mum's butter chicken poutine on. And then I'm going to put a taco, which I turned over. Sometimes it would be, a fish taco. Sometimes it would be a goat taco. Maybe we might do like a chicken on rice. So that was like the ethnic lane for me, which was really cool. And I had these 4 menu items, people were just lined up from the first Halal Food Fest. And like, if you guys know about the first Halal Food Fest and you were there, how long our lineups were. Like, we had them
insane. I remember going. And
even before that one, before the ones in Mississauga. This is like the ones in Airport Road.
Okay.
By the I don't know, I can't remember what is that called? The convention center there?
Let's just call it convention center.
Okay, there we go. Convention center on Airport Road and Derry. There, that's what it is. But basically, like, we were there so many times, and I was just tracking the sales of our truck and our menu, and basically chicken was always winning first, and then beef came in second, and then third was the butter chicken poutine. Fast forward to pre-COVID, so 16. I went to Fried Chicken Fest first time. Shout out to Phil. I went up against all the other people, and I came in second place. And then fast forward to 2019, first year into COVID, Phil had another Fried Chicken Fest, and like, everybody was there. My homie Chen, shout out Chen, he was there. I love their food. Go check them out too. Tokyo was there. We had almost like every single food truck that was there, and it's just like literally everybody was serving chicken sandwiches or fried chicken. But lo and behold, we came in first place, and we had the biggest lineup, which was crazy. And there's only 2 people on the truck. I'm never gonna forget that day. I was in the shits left, right, and center. And then basically from that summer, I pulled my truck up.
You keep talking about the summer. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead. I talk a lot.
The reason why I interrupted you is there was also winters, and you didn't give up on those days as well.
No.
And I think a lot of people don't know that you guys were standing outside in minus 30 weather, and frostbite chances are always there. Let's talk about those days. Let's talk about the days that were incredibly difficult. What was the most difficult thing about THG's Hot Chicken? The hardest thing of the come up of this brand and this organization?
There wasn't anything hard. I think everything was just all done organically, and you had to just keep at it, right? So me in my wheelchair, I just kept at it. I didn't have nothing else better to do. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Nothing, right? What am I gonna do? Go to the gym. I'm gonna be in my wheelchair, and I'm gonna cook, and I'm gonna try to be the best son that I can for my mom, and brother for my family.
Since you're bringing them up, who do you have in your family? Let's talk about your lovely loved ones.
My lovely loved ones. So I have
how many siblings do you have?
I have together is 4, including me. Yeah,
including you.
So basically 4 of us, and my mom, basically she owned a banquet hall. I don't know if you remember, but it's called THG Banquet Hall, Steels and 400 in the West Side. So basically,
you would throw your gang sign up, eh?
but it was up on Steels and 400. I remember we had the first redemption there. It was crazy. My mom Or her biryani. We're from Hyderabad. Her biryani is amazing. Like everyone knows my mom's biryani, and her mirchi kasala and bagara began and her raita and the whole nine. So like I was the one who got into the cooking because of my mom. My brother Wasim was actually more into logistics. So kind of like Ashish.
Yeah. Okay.
And then my eldest sister, she started she would do like
Optometry, no?
yeah, but like on the side, because my parents bankroll, she had this little room. My dad gave her a little room, and all the decorations for your tables was like anytime you got married, if you wanted to get decorations on, my sister would do it on all the tables. So it was like, and like, yeah, she got the bread from that. So it was pretty cool. It was like, but mind you, this was their side gig.
Yeah.
Like my sister's an optician. My brother had his own thing. He's in IT, whatever. But I was the one who picked up the cooking gene the most. And yeah, I honest to God, thank God and my mom and my parents for that, because I wouldn't be anywhere without them. And yeah, my mom, like, she really can cook her ass off, man. Like, really. And she's so good. She's deadly in the kitchen. She's really scary in the kitchen.
I'm sure she is. She had to whip your ass into shape,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
There's a lot that you do. You're to me, you're a social media star, and that takes a lot to be out there, put your face, be a brand ambassador. Have you ever been scared? Have you ever thought like I'm not going to be good on camera, or like has there been that moment or something that really got you in front of a camera for any particular reason, or was it just natural?
To be honest, it's straight up like this is all natural, very easy for me. Like I'm not really an actor or anything like that. I'm just doing it because I have to do it because of my business. But also like I'm really fortunate to have like the people and the loved ones in my life, in my corner, and also amazing chefs, like Chef Dwight and also Chef Roger Mooking. So my brother was part of a band called Bass is Bass. My brother won 2 Juno Awards. I have to say that. Chin and Jetty was in my brother's band, Roger Mooking and Ivana Santelli. So
I don't know any of them. But,
yeah, of course. They're way older than our time. Yeah, yeah, 100%.
Damn, that means your brother's old, eh?
He's gonna see this. He's gonna slap you upside the head next time he sees this.
Brother, you're a super young guy. We're just talking shit right now.
No, for sure. No, but like, so when I got my accident, Roger Mooking, Chef Roger Mooking, he has his own show on Food Network for like the past 10 years. Man Fire Food, and it's on Cooking Channel and Food Network. So go check it out, guys. He gave me my first shot. He got me my first 12 episode deal with AMI. It was a cooking show, and everyone there on the set, they're the ones that kind of like I had no like I was green, you know what I mean? I was a greenhorn. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but that show forced me to kind of be able to do stuff like this a lot easier. And I would never like, I don't know, it's not my cup of tea, to be honest. I didn't know I was going to end up being a business chef. It just happened, right?
Yeah.
You just kind of don't know.
I want to, obviously, I have a high level of respect for you, and I don't want to touch up on a touchy topic, but I do want to touch up on this topic. Obviously, being in a wheelchair, it comes with certain privileges, and it comes with certain people judging you, looking at you. Have you ever felt like, disrespected, or people make you feel ways, or kind of, have done things that they shouldn't do? And what's a message you would give out to people that don't know the situation that you're in?
Never judge a book by its cover.
Clearly,
you know what
obviously,
I'm saying? Like, just don't.
You're living proof. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Straight up, like that's just what it is. And yeah, you know what? Being in a wheelchair, people actually look at you sideways and look at you different because you're not the average Joe all of a sudden, right?
Absolutely.
But what
FYI, I don't treat you any differently because if any special treatment for you, I feel like you take advantage of.
What are you buddy, you and me are the same. You know what it is.
So meaning that, like, I never want to ever let you ever even feel that you're in this situation or in this scenario, only because I know or I feel what you go through, and that treatment, or people get when they're in a situation, or you get the nice guy, or people give you or they just treat you better, basically,
Yeah.
with you, I've never done that. I've never done that because, to me, you're just a regular walking, talking person. You lift more weights than me at any given time. You do things better than me too, including cooking. So clearly, I've learned my own lesson, and I've learned that, you can be in any situation or any position in life, but, it's how you deal with it and how you tackle that problem and how you address that issue. And you've done an incredible job. And obviously, there's people that are in this situation as well, based on your motivation and, you being in the position you're in today. What would you tell our fellow brothers and sisters in situations similar, or whatever the case may be?
Well, like this is what it is, man. Like I was able to mentally just implement this in my brain. Like you're an able-bodied normal guy. You like cars. I like cars. I used to play with cars when I was a kid. So did you. You know what I mean? And looked at
And you know what? I'm not poking at this topic
Yeah.
just for fun, or I'm only poking at this topic because I feel like, the position that you're in, you're actually a voice, and a powerful voice that can really move people out of their chairs. And I think what you have to say and how it comes out from you, it's incredibly important, because people already look up to you, and they will continue to look up to you. What's something for them?
So like basically what I did when I like started my new life, because I always tell people I was reborn again because of the wheelchair. Because you go from walking, and then you go from like now looking at literally the world like this much shorter. You're like, how the hell did I go from 5'11" to like, I don't know, what is this, 4'10" or something? I don't know how tall I am, right? So it's different, right? So that's one thing. And then the other thing is like, in my mind, I was like, I still want those nice cars. I still want to open a business. I still want to have a wife and family and kids and chickens and goats and all that great stuff. But what do I got to do to get it? Because you know what? That's going on in your mind as an able-bodied person or as a regular guy. You already want those things, right? But it's going to be a little bit more easier for you to get because you're walking. It's easier to fill out a form, open a door, get a job, pick up a pen, blah, blah, not, scoot behind somebody without them noticing because you're not in a wheelchair, right? So ultimately, our lives are going to be harder. So, I just knew that I had to work 10 times harder than the average person like yourself to be able to obtain the exact same thing as you. Okay. And the day that you stop to smell the roses and enjoy, I'm still going 10 times harder. So that's what I
totally agree.
Yeah.
Even waking up and going to the gym, like that's a massive task on its own. And you ain't playing when you go to the gym. You're doing chin-ups, you're lifting heavy weights.
Shout out to Huss.
You're doing
Hungry belly Huss.
You're doing all kinds of great things. Even that, like, what the hell gets you up? Like, do you take a special pre-workout, or like, what is it?
No, like, well, a lot of people don't know this about me. Like, I never got a surgery, so my bullet is still in my body, and a lot of people don't know that. Like, the whole reason why I wanted to open a restaurant was because I wanted to see if I would be able to, if there would be a chance for me to do stem cell therapy, and that shit costs a lot of money, which right?
Oh, yeah.
I can't, no regular cook on a executive chef salary or even a sous chef salary or even a line cook salary will ever be able to pay for stem cell therapy because it's that expensive. And I really wanted to do it. So that's one of the main reasons why I started, THG's and the Holy Grill and THG's hospitality. My bullet is lodged in the in my spine, which is your bone, and it's an L1 S1. Okay, so that's basically your like your hip flexors. Okay, so that's where that is, and your tailbone. and it's lodged there and stuck there. Now I would love for them to remove it, but because it's still there, in 1 hour, every 5 minutes, I have this insane excruciating pain. And like I stopped taking my meds when I was in Sunnybrook Hospital, because like 3 years into my accident, because I didn't know, I didn't want any side effects and this and that. And then I do everything natural now. And I do a lot of Chinese medicine and acupuncture and stuff like that. But basically, I was thinking in my head, how the hell am I supposed to be able to cook or even go or take a girl out on a date or even open the goddamn door for the girl or anything like that without being strong and being able to, like, carry myself.
So you
right?
just kept it
So
pushing.
I figured this out. I was like, you know what? Let's go to the gym. I was in excruciating pain, Ricky, from like just lifting 5 pounds up. But the more and more I did it, even though that pain in my back was penetrating because of the bullet, I was still able to like go out at 6 o'clock and be able to go out and do things and drive and hop in and out, go to have some fun, go to a beach, maybe go to a club, whatever the case may be, right? And in order for me to be active and normal, I have to do my training. And if I don't train, I'm not able to do all these things, right? People want to do all these things and they want to own a business or they want to do that. And it's like, sometimes you have to physically get your mental and your body together, because like, how are you going to navigate through life? Right.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. I actually remember the first time that I went and tried your food at your food truck, and my forehead was sweating, and it was like, it was like, holy crap, this food's spicy.
and it was the middle of winter, eh?
Yeah, and it was the middle of winter, and that spice and that sweat that I got, it was like one of those things that I wanted to get like every time I eat your burger.
Yeah.
Just because I love hot food. And I remember we've had many interactions, but the main interaction was when we met at the office and we're chilling here, and you and Sameem and Ali and myself were having a conversation, trying to figure things out. And I think you've encountered a lot of people in your life that have blown some smoke in your face.
Oh, hells yeah.
And,
Do I get to tell the Mohammed Fakir stories here? Or
No,
part two?
no.
Say that for part two. Part two.
Bro, let's keep that out of this. And so I remember, like, when we were getting in bed together in business, and I was like looking at you, and I'm like, holy crap, man! Like, this guy motivates me. He inspires me. This is like all the qualities that I would look in a partner. And then I come back and I tell Ali, I'm like, holy crap, I met this chef. And he's like, oh, I already know him. And I'm like, yeah, no shit. Oh, shit, I forgot. I didn't know. No. I was just so excited.
Yeah.
And, I remember the first showing we did, and coming to your location where Usman was. And with the grace of God, we got
Shout
a
out to
location.
128 Shorting, baby.
And 128 Shorting's coming back into our life too.
Yo, we shut down Shorting. Yo, shout out to Usman. Honestly, thank you so much, Aisha Usman. We made a lot of noise there.
Yeah, man. And I remember us standing in front of that store, and we're just scratching our head together, and we're like, what do we do? How do we move forward? Do we get a loan? Do we not? Do we start this? Do we not? Are we going to take this unit or not? We came back to the office. We all sat down, and one thing led to another. And it was just like, fuck it, let's do it. Let's see where this goes. Let's see what's going to happen. And, I'm one of those guys that likes to take calculated risks. And, I saw the whole story from 10 steps behind, and I'm like, holy crap, this is it. Like, as you know, I own a franchise that I'm not going to talk about right now. But I was just like, I'm sick and tired of the franchise system. How do we do something on our own? And, that's where the formation of the Brotherhood started, with you, myself, Sameem, and Ali.
And the boys.
And,
yep.
God bless them as well, because without them, we wouldn't be here either.
For sure.
Because they're fearless. They were like, you know what? We trust Chef.
Trust the process.
We trust the process,
Yep.
and we're just going to keep it moving and pushing.
100%.
And, boy, oh boy, am I happy. We we held our guns. We did what we did.
Yo,
we got
honestly,
to where we got to.
This is
and, we opened up the number one. fun than it did.
But we didn't tell them about the actual first time you met me.
Why don't you tell them?
The first time you met me was during COVID, and Sameem booked me
Yes.
to do a dinner
Yes.
at the
the
office. And
Oh,
and
yeah.
can I say it?
Yeah, you
Can I
tell the
say it?
story.
Okay,
This
yeah.
is a good story.
So the first time I met Ricky, first time I met Ricky actually, was during COVID. I think it was the first year into COVID, right?
It was the first year where they basically
going into the
they
second.
implemented all of those rules, and they're like, "Yo, you can't have more than 10 people." Blah blah blah.
Yeah, so this was like maybe the first 12 months or maybe 13 months into COVID, and whatever, things were all changing and yada yada. I get a phone call from Mr. Samuelson, and he's like, "Yo, chef, I need you to come and do a catering." I'm like, "All right, cool." So I'm like, "It's gonna be like tasting course." He's like, "Yeah, let's do a tasting course." I'm like, "All right, cool." We went over the menu. All right, cool. Are you cool with the menu, Sameem? He's like, "Yeah, that sounds great," And then I don't know. I think it was for his birthday, maybe. I'm not.
It was just because of social distancing. We're like,
Oh,
holy
like,
shit,
yeah,
we're really not doing anything.
So then
let's just do something.
Let's have a dinner. So then I came with my crew, my food truck as well, and boom, we started.
And you set up the food truck in the back of the shop.
Yeah, it was in the back.
Prime time of us not being allowed to do this. You know,
correct. Yeah, I did have the food truck on the back of the our office, and I didn't know. I forgot we weren't allowed to do that. But anyways, we did do that. And then we were setting up inside. We set up like a little satellite kitchen inside the office. And I remember I'm doing, I did the first course, which was, I can't remember. It was a salad. I can't remember which salad we did.
Whatever, man.
And then the second one was this new dish, which was like, and I looked at your face too when you were eating, because you were like, what the hell is this? And it was like chicken liver mousse, guys, on with toast points. And Ricky's not really used to chicken liver mousse and toast points. He's actually more used to goat curry and like aloo parathe. So basically, it was like a really high end, tasting course that I wanted to pull off. Second course is plated down. Next, 3 cops run inside, and they come inside, and they're like literally looked at us.
No, they're pissed off.
They were like, so upset, and they're like, "What are you guys doing?" And we're all scared. I just looked at you.
Speak for yourself. You were scared, not me.
I was like looking at Ricky.
I was
like,
actually excited
Ricky's
with
gone.
the game.
Ricky's like gone. We're like, where's Ricky?
Get the hell out of here. I was standing right there, bro. I'm the one that was talking to them. I was trying to tell him to get the hell out of here.
Even Sameem looked like he saw a ghost. Like we were all super.
No, okay, so you're making this like, long story, really long. Let's make it shorter. But you remember when you were making the meal, the boy didn't pull up. They're inside. They're basically telling us we can't have this cook-a-thon. We gotta disperse. We gotta, leave. Otherwise, we can get tickets or all this nonsense or whatever it was.
$50,000 fine.
Yeah, whatever
remember?
that fine was. And we're just all still sitting there. We're like, yo, is this guy for real? Is he gonna actually tell us to leave the office that we pay rent for?
Oh, man.
Even at that time, I remember they had some nonsense.
It was like around
rule.
8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. I remember. It
wasn't
so
and then
late.
they had a rule based on your square footage. You can have X amount of people in that facility. And I think it was 16, and we had like 24 or 28.
Yeah.
And boy, oh boy, was that a good memory. Because literally, bro, like we weren't even doing anything.
That story is forever going down in history. We're never going to forget that day. Yeah.
Chef, I know you're a busy guy and you got to roll out. But thank you for coming to the first episode. We're definitely going to do another one. But
you already know those birds aren't going to cook themselves.
Love you always.
You already know what it is.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you. This is amazing. I love this. Thank you very much.